Today's show is called Evolutions of Words and Speech on February 8th, 2026. The evolution of words and language or speech demonstrates the creative flexibility and the resilience of a living language in the capturing of human experiences and mankind's evolutions and reductions. By knowing the origins of words, we gain the wisdom and appreciation for how words are conveyance with the energetic and intelligent air to both historical precedents and present evolutions and reductions of questions and answers.
Wow. So now we'll just have some regular conversation in a wisdom chat room where people like to get wise. So I was sharing with the folks that I've been doing the pro linguistic technician, historian, philologist thing for a couple decades or so. And I'm a writer about it. And just hit me up if you want to discuss anything. Nobody came back, so I offered later. I would like to prove that nothing is real when you're ready. And to start with, real, the word, it's a code word to RE plus all. RE meaning repeat or return.
And someone responded, "Hit me with your best shot. Tag me though, I'm traveling."
Okay, so I did tag the void and I wrote to void. Anything that is observed becomes reality. Thus, when nothing is observed or considered, it becomes enmeshed into reality and real. Furthermore, the still point or infinitesimal point of a center or crossing point is not measurable, but it is knowable, again proving the unprovable, or that nothing is real. There are endless examples of this reality, of our reality. Things that exist in the dark or invisibly, like thoughts, memories, emotions, intuition, even air itself, are proof that the unprovable intangibles are as real as nothing is, but are knowable or ownable as real.
And Postman said, "Where does K come from?"
Yeah, that other chat ended, so I had opened up another combo later saying the letter K is a Super Bowl letter. So, yeah, the poster said, "Where does K come from?" And I answered, the Nordics. It's actually two symbols merged, the straight line and the bent lines, meaning ice and fire.
And Post said, "I think you're opening a third eye."
Well, the third eye is the fifth element.
What's the fourth, cuz? Cuz you got sun, air, and water, and then the third eye.
Actually, it starts on your face with two eyes and two ears, and then the fifth element is the pineal.
Oh, the dark side of the moon, dark side.
Well, your call. The pineal makes its own light, though. The pineal is formatted identical to an eyeball with rods and cones.
Postman said, "What causes you to unlock it?"
Well, acquire knowledge and then apply it. The pineal is always active, but for most of us, it has been calcified through our behavior and choices.
And he said, "Just general knowledge or what?"
Specific knowledge.
Oh, does this knowledge need to be passed down from someone or what?
A living guide is the highest value. The observer is the highest decider of fates, as they are the owner of a lonely heart and the mediator of all decisions and values.
And Post said, "Can you reach this state from Dimitri?"
It comes from desire and fire, and they're the only source of reality.
So it takes time.
It takes a head turn, but patience equals kindness to self. Wherever your nose is pointed, reality will unfold.
Patience is definitely a good thing.
The highest virtue is patience, and space is the ultimate place.
I don't know how to feel about space. It's pretty cool, but you can get lost in space stuff, like an infinite rabbit hole.
If there's no space, there's no action to move or to think or to break every rabbit hole or deception.
They said, no space, no us.
In a word, air is the plasmic and etheric reality field.
I should probably get to sleep. Almost 7 a.m. Don't want to sleep too late. Have a good one, A.E. Apple Eye.
Uh-huh.
And now we're going to talk to Matt about mental, mortal, and moral. And Matt said, music influences our emotions so much. Wow.
It depends on the person and how much emotional weight they give to it.
I see. How do you give emotional weight?
Well, it's a matter of wills or choices made and values determined, emotional energy exchange, because you are at the controls.
So what if I listen to music just for background noise?
Well, you are the mediator and decider of fates based on the values that you determine.
What do people value the most?
Well, today it's money and glory or exclusivity. That's a killer, though. It's trained to us by evil monsters that rule this world. Most are oblivious to the crime. The more we ignore the crimes and the criminals, the more we suffer.
Compared to most people, what is something that you advise to be valued?
How about face the crime? The religions, the bankers, the corporations, the institutions dominate most mentalities and emotions and the values that we determine across the earth, wherever money, religion, or holy wood are valued. It's a simple choice of self-determination, meaning you are the boss of you, or dependency, where you are bossed around by others. It's so easy, it's funny.
Matt said, how is Hollywood valued? It may be a dumb question, but how do people value Hollywood?
Well, they use it as a convenience or an excuse for any bad behavior. It's so easy to observe and validate that it's funny.
Can you elaborate, give an example?
Wherever you observe and lend your emotional weight, you will become that thing. It's so easy to observe. It's funny.
And watching a show called Mentalist, then I got work in 20 minutes.
As you see, these important subjects don't draw much emotional weight from my interlocutors. But I said, that's nice. Did you know that mental is a 3-part word? Plus ent plus all.
What is the meaning of and of ent?
Well, ent is E-N, the letter N, plus T for tau. So it's child tau.
So what would the dynamic be here with the child and Tao?
It's in the middle of the word mental.
It keeps me plus all. Men plus all.
Gee whiz. Let's try again. The foundation of the word mental is the closed mouth sound of M, where you draw the sound inwardly toward your heart essence or magnet. And the word mental, the sound of M, is the foundation. The capstone or roof of the word mental is all, which means the source or the director or your hat on your body, your head. The central of the word mental, the body, is ENT or the child Tao. So you see, the child Tao is the lead director and owns the will and the power of decisions. No one has eyes to see this because they've covered them with blindfolds, and the name of their blindfolds is Money is God.
How is the foundation and how is ent the body?
I guess you must still have your earbuds in. Mental equals men and Tao, and it is a word. Is the foundation. Ent is the body, and all is the source or the director. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Mortal equals more plus tau. Morals defeats tau. I lowered my blindfolds and seized my own reality. You all can do what thou wilt.
And now a few words about pyramids. Alien equals a lean. Ides of March rings a bell. A lien is a debt. Base of ethereal is ether. Pyramid is a code word with a story, the meaning of the existence of mankind. It was built to direct energy and communications between the stars and mankind. The word pyramid, when deconstructed, tells more than the entire blueprint. Pyr or PYR equals fire or mankind. Equals the material universe. And mid equals plus ID. A was always voiced as until I-35 AD. Language is supernatural and self-aggregates all knowledge forward to the present and those with eyes to seize it. The first and only ology was philology for hundreds of years until the HRC reconstructed societal values from I-35 to I-700s AD.
She meant I-345 to I-700s AD. So this is the beginning of the Roman Empire and Christianity. And basically our eyes have been closed. So now we have a funny story that we're told that has led to the new law that went into effect on Super Bowl Sunday. SBS, USA. The Digital Currency Modernization Act, an extension of the Genius Act. And this will definitely close our dollars and put them all on a registry controlled by Doge and the federal government. So this will be fun. The links are down below. Now let's go ahead and enter another wisdom chat with just regular stiffs like you and me.
Yeah, it's Jerry Mouse. He said, "What does your username mean?" And we're AI, Apple I.
AE, it means all and everything for starters.
Sorry, AE 15 Apple I. And Jerry Mouse said, "Well, don't just start me off." What? Oh, Mr. Mouse? Or Mr. Jerry? "Well, don't just start me off and leave me running here, cowboy. What's the rest of it mean?"
Well, 15 or 15 equals P, but 15, a single 5 equals E. And the J is not counted as a digit.
And the Apple I?
Well, the apple and the eye of an apple describe the inception of the universe and mankind, along with the source of power and intelligence. An apple's story explains the Big Bang and the continuum of creation. The phrase apple eye, when you run it together, equals apply.
And someone else came in and said, "You can talk schizo with me too," laughing my ass off. And someone else said, "LOL with 4 L's. I think it's 5 L's. I kind of figured that this group would have some really out there theories."
You know, the schism has a pretty good argument. And science, the word originates from Greek schizo with a K, and schizine, meaning to cleave, split, dilute, splay, burst, separate. Thus, schizo equals science.
And Minty said, "I don't know, man. I just Googled it and it said science comes from a Latin root. But you're right about schizo being rooted in the Greek word to split."
Well, in modern times, typically the word schizo is used as an ad hominem or character assassination when the ears that hear the schizo becomes frightened from their own ignorance. When they cast the disparaging use of the word schizo, they mean to hit the other person by indicating they are mentally unsound. It's used to suggest an irrational shifting between opposites or extremes of emotion or behaviors or opinions.
Minty said, "Oh, believe me, I don't think we should be using schizo as a pejorative."
Well, I don't mind. No man can offend or frighten me, but it is fun watching people try.
You are an interesting fellow.
Inter est, that would be en plus ter plus est, translating to the inner child's son.
They said, "I don't think I buy into the meanings you're attaching to the words like that, but I believe the importance is real to you."
Well, that means so much to me, and I don't mind your disapproval. I am a clanger, and I don't mind. Folks have to learn to just unwind. All tangos emanate from tangles. You're right, I don't seek approval. The mushroom brings you in, but it won't let you out. Hotel California. The mushroom is in the mush room, which holds one facing away from meshing with the air, which would be the enterprise.
I feel like seeking approval is a part of our nature, like just from a survival aspect.
Truth be told, nothing is higher than emotional energy currency exchange within our realm.
Emotional currency exchange? Please elaborate.
Our emotions are never taught to us what they truly are. Are you sure you want this intel?
Let's hear it.
E plus motion is the first clue. We'll start there.
And someone else came in and said, "What is E?"
E is a trigamma and the 5. F is a digamma.
What's that have to do with emotions?
Well, I'm laying a foundation. Here is the single gamma, the third letter in Greek.
Okay.
The E and the 5 are central in the 1 through 9 scale and the A through I scale, seen in the center of 1 through 9.
And the other partner, Minty, said, "I just looked it up. I didn't know that the motion part of emotion was literal, like the root of the word is to move something or someone, interesting, or moving something within someone."
The word notion with an N like Nancy has a similar connotation. It's N plus ocean. Before Roman Christianity was formed, philology was the highest human study. The HRC is still in power today.
That's like the study of language, yes?
It's the study of the sounds, the symbols, the sequences, and the morphologies.
I wonder what they'd have to say about us communicating via instant messaging.
If we knew the values, and if we know the values, then we're golden.
Have you ever listened to the language by the contortionists? You might find it interesting, entertaining, and interesting.
Well, I've been researching and publishing for 25 years, and the language itself is concealing and revealing every lie or truth about ourselves. It's a map that everyone owns, but few can read it.
And they said, "Do you speak languages other than English?"
Philology led me to Latin and Anglo-Saxon and Romance languages, but I speak English, which has aggregated all of creation's history up to the moment.
Word, interesting stuff. Or words are interesting stuff. What made you interested in learning about this?
Well, I got struck by lightning from age 7 to 11, not literally.
A metaphorical lightning strike. So like a spark of divine wisdom or something.
Well, I decided at that time to break every lie ever told. It was a mix of revelations and visions. Did you know the cat loves the toroidal chore, or the tor chore? So do some demons.
And now a chat called Crybaby.
And this is Crybaby.
And Crybaby. Gotta be honest, I'm an excitement hater. Joy and fun? Man, that really grinds my gears. Let's wallow in our shared pity and cry.
You know, actually, grinding is the secret of the rulers of Axis Mundi, and sleep is one of your greatest weapons, which I mastered a few years ago and will share how.
I promise you that I do not, nor will I ever understand what you're saying.
And that is your suit to bear, but the escape is quite easy. The entire universe and all of our anatomies are gender formatted the same way for each of us, and at birth we do not judge it. The observer is the source of reality.
Anything observed becomes reality. Thus, when nothing is observed or considered, it becomes enmeshed into reality and real. Furthermore, the still point or infinitesimal point of a center or crossing point is not measurable, but is knowable, again proving the unprovable or nothing is real. There are endless examples of this reality, of our reality. Things that exist in the dark or invisibly, like thoughts, memories, emotions, intuition, even air itself, are proof that the unprovable intangibles are as real as nothing is, but are knowable or ownable as real.
So, an anti-positive person came in and said that if there's any human being that thinks they can prove something, then they're a fool, because even gravity's a theory. And then they went on and on and on. And then they want to know who saw Dogma. It must be a TV show or a movie. Now considered a classic comedy. And made this person want to read the Bible, even though they're Jewish, they say. But then they didn't, but they did read the KJV in high school. So, you know, it's kind of boring. They'd rather prefer philosophers. So they go on and on and on with their tirades of how stupid humans are. It's amazing.
And we said, you have proven dogma, but in the mirror. Dogma is am God in the mirror. Boo-hoo, ghost. You ain't my master or judge. Who here prefers winning over whining? Pride has a Siamese twin partner. Shame. That's the aim. And here's a section called Why is Grinding It Out Good?
Well, let's get to it. Grinding is the secret of the rulers of Axis Mundi.
I would love for you to elaborate on this.
Well, wanting is a stage in a procession of S to NS, or thoughts to manifestations. You know, I'm responding to 2 hours and 59 minutes later, which is 2, 5 to 9 as a phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, grinding it out is a form of the mundane in action, or taking Mondays in stride for what their true values are. Well, no one ever came back, so we had to move over and talk to the sad Jesuit boy.
O said, honestly, my sin is I troll boomers in my life, reflecting their delusional positivity to absurd levels. Knowing the will, they will never wake up like pandering some dog's poor behavior, but they don't even seem to realize how foolish they look. Everything is okay until they throw a tantrum and destroy everything.
Well, you know, mimic. Wherever you point your nose, whatever you're observing, that's what you're going to become. The solution to this argument is to add positive thinking people to your environment, to the places you go, where you appear, and slowly replace your time with losers and switch it to time with winners.
And O said, over time.
Well, you know what? Waiting for Godot is actually God over time. And it's so obvious, it's funny. It happened in 1953, the same year the FM Lodge opens in Jerusalem, 4 years before Alice Bailey. It's so obvious that we humans are creating the realities, but so sad when all humans think reality is handed to them. What a crime. It's the biggest heist ever seen in this realm, and none of the victims have a wisp of a clue of even what they're having stolen from them. It's a total wow. No one cares outside of their own whining, wailing, and killing each other. Like, holy wow. The problem through observation is fracturing, which speaks to the solution. The solution is unity. Collect and return what was fractured. When no one cares, though, apathy wins.
And O responded, they want to create hell, but a hell of their choosing. It's still just a choice.
Yes, it's an enterprise in creating reality, so as harsh as we create, we still create, and we prove to ourselves each round that we are creating reality. We are the reality makers and the sources of it. We can either earn it by acknowledging it or burn it by disacknowledging it. Earning is so simple. It's a head turn.